Welcome to the Timeline Talks. Or should I say, please state the nature of the Timelines Talks annual online charity stream emergency. Well, I wouldn't call it an emergency. I would call it a very, very good deed that you're doing. I understand that Timeline Talks is an online show based on the game Star Trek Timelines. And the hosts and viewers are all huge Star Trek fans. Well, I can't blame you for that. You have excellent taste. Hopefully you particularly love my character, the Doctor. That would speak very highly of you. That would say that in addition to having excellent taste, you have great intelligence and discernment. Because my character, after all, was really quite extraordinary. He was the absolute embodiment of everything humanity knows about medicine in the 24th century. Which does rather beg the question, whatever happened to Rogaine? Wasn't that... Well, never mind. In any case, you have the taste, intelligence, and discernment to love me. And I have the taste, intelligence, and discernment to congratulate you on your excellent good work in raising money for charities because of your love of Star Trek. Now, here's Robert Picardo, the actor who played me on Voyager. Hi, everybody. I had to ask the Doctor I had to deactivate the Doctor because he doesn't understand that Star Trek was a television show. He thinks it's sort of a historical documentary series based on actual events that happened to him and his crew in the 24th century, which somehow miraculously you were all able to access on ancient technology platforms. In the early 21st century, that particular temporal anomaly hasn't really occurred to the Doctor yet, I think. But in any case, he thinks Star Trek really happened, and you and I know that Star Trek is science fiction. It's a television show. But it's more than a television show. It's inspirational. And that's why you guys are doing the fine work that you're doing. So carry on, raise all the money you can in your Timelines Talks annual online charity stream. I raise a glass to you. Again, keep watching, keep raising money, and carry on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live in Technicolor from the beautiful Hollywood Hills, California. The show where the total retail price of their advice is $0. This is Timelines Talk. Featuring guest stars, Dwarf action figure collector, Kapla, It Stars and Garter. Also featuring Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Look out, it's Automaton 2000. And now, the man with the chatter, he doesn't have a bladder. Here's your host, Captain Idol.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second Timelines Talks charity event of the year. I am very, very excited for us to be doing
Mike
that
muted.
again. No, it's not. Shut up. Damn it! I knew you were going to do that. Yes, thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you everyone for coming to this cause. We are supporting Mind, the mental health charity, this year, and we're very happy to do that. So although they are the UK-based organisation, they do support mental health programs the world over. So thank you all for coming there. Thank you especially as well to Cranky for getting us that Robert Picardo introduction. He surprised me with it I think it was about 3 weeks ago, and said, I've got this, you need to play it. And I said, well, okay, I'll save it for everyone, and we'll get it on that. But no, thank you very, very much for getting that for us.
Did you have to pay by the word? Because you went on for about 6 minutes there. And
I think he did that,
more than we
voluntarily. But yes, no, thank you, and welcome to our charity stream. We've got a huge lineup of events planned for you today. Starting with, we're going to talk for a little bit here for the first sort of for next 25 minutes or so, talk about our own mental health issues, what's coming up on the show, certain giveaways, which actually, thank you to various people donating, we have achieved our first donation goal, which is to start a Star Trek Online giveaway. How you can do that, I'm going to start it now. So we're going to start the giveaway. If anyone in chat, type !giveaway, you will win a Star Trek Online Agile bundle, which is a code and gets you ships, gets you some interesting equipment for the game. So next 15 minutes, we'll be running that, and I will set up our next donation goal. But Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been nervous all day. I've been pacing around the kitchen doing this, trying to work out how we're going to start this show.
Well, since we've already hit that goal, let me read out these donations. Boy, you guys are quick on the button. From Racing Liners, who says, I'll be popping in and out of the stream, but I'm really looking forward to tonight's show. Best of luck. May the lag be minimal and donations aplenty.
Thank you.
Hear, hear. From Noffenoff and from 7-6 Suited, who says, best of luck with the stream today. We miss you, buddy. You were on last time, and we had a great segment with you.
That was a year ago. That's crazy to think about that. But yes, thank you everyone. Donation link is live now. Bit.ly, sorry, I can't even say that. Bit.ly/TT Charity22. Please donate however much or as little as you can. No obligation. Tell some friends, tell some people. Just come along to the stream. This donation, if you can't donate today, this link will be live throughout the week. I think we're going to end it just after the show on Wednesday as well. So if you feel like coming some money later in the week, you want to give some, please, this will be live, not just this show, but a little bit further on as well. The first thing I think we should really talk about is the reason we're supporting this charity. And me and Otto both got personal stories. Oh, Stars will be along later in the show as well. I think he's got some obligations.
We've killed him off. His budget was consuming the entire show.
This is why we're feeling bad and have to support mine. No. both me and Otto got some stories for this with our own struggles with mental health, and we wanted to do this last year, but I think it was one of the ideas we floated last year for a charity was a mental health organisation, but we ended up settling on Child's Play, and we raised $2,000 for that. And this year I said, well, if we can, or we put it to the community. You guys did actually go out and vote, and you did choose Mind over a few of the other options, which we'll come back to if we end up doing this next year. We'll do it again. Where do we donate? Link is at the bottom of the screen there, bit.ly/TT Charity22. Let me ping up. You're a good point. Good point, Namer. I should actually put up a command for that. I'll do that in a bit if I just trigger that there. You can follow
Every
that
time
link.
you say TT, I can hear Big rolling in his grave.
Yeah, rolling in his grave.
Apparently that's a naughty word.
But yeah, we've got our own.
Red alarm! Red alarm!
Thank
Red
you.
alarm!
Thank you, EI Smith 22 for following. So yeah, we've both got our own stories for mental health. I think. And I'm sorry, not jumping the gun. We did arrange this. I think I'll go first, and then I think I've got a little bit to say. But I think it comes, for myself, because I for those that don't know, and I've talked about this on stream before, but I suffer from anxiety-led depression. I know this is something I have and something I take medication for. I take sertraline, 50 ml a day, to keep myself. It's a funny one to talk about because it doesn't keep me. I wouldn't say it keeps me sane, but it keeps me going. It's not a pill. I call them happy pills. They don't make me happy. They keep things to the level. Because before that, I was feeling. I just felt something wasn't right. Something in my life just wasn't. Nothing made me happy. Nothing made me kind of have any enthusiasm for anything. And when I was a teenager, this affected me for a lot longer than when I realised what it was. I was confused for a while because I had a bit of a phobia for being sick. So every time I'd feel motions in my stomach or anything like that, I would get up, I'd have anxiety. What I didn't know at the time, but were anxiety attacks. I'd be getting up, I'd be sweating, my heart would be racing. I remember 3 o'clock in the morning when I used to live at my parents' place, in front of a toilet bowl, thinking, I'm going to be sick. I wasn't. I was having a panic attack, overthinking I was. But I would, be holding the toilet seat, and I was holding it that tight. When I released them, my fingers would not release. I was that wound up. And I had insomnia for years. I had insomnia for some years as well because I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to feel certain parts of my body. I just wanted to stay up. And, I've told the story before, but my go-to thing to go to sleep was a VHS tape with the first 6 episodes of Star Trek Enterprise on it. And I used to watch those. I used to get to about episode 3, but, Broken Bow is burned in my memory for something just to watch. That opening scene where he's flying over with the little toy spaceship and his dad, that is absolutely rocker there. And it wasn't till I had my first child that I kind of realised that this, I'm stressed. I'm still stressed, like about things, I've got this child, I should be distracted, but I'm still feeling the same kind of, there was like a pit of rock inside my chest. I could feel it, that just didn't feel right. I was angry, I was irritable, and not just, I thought, well, this is not just because I'm stressed because I've had a child, this is something else going on. And I went to my doctor and, they prescribed me, and I felt better for realizing what it was and realizing like the issues that I had. But it's also, it kind of didn't end there. There's one thing to sort of be diagnosed, someone to say, oh yes, you have depression. It's not just, oh good, fantastic, I'll get on then, bye. You do still deal with it throughout the years. And, I've had times when I've skipped medication and I've felt rubbish again, or I've, not wanted to do things. And it does really, the struggle for me was realizing that this isn't just going to go away. This isn't something I can take pills. This isn't, and my pills aren't an antibiotic. I don't just take them, it clears up, and then I can get on my life. This is something that is going to be with me forever. And yeah, I think I've been, about 6 years I've been taking it, but, oh, we can get donations on screen, Auto. Sorry, I lied. Namer put something up there.
That's okay. I refuse to be out of a job. I'll read these all out when we get little breaks here and there.
Go on, take it now.
No, please continue what you were saying.
I'm sort of wrapping up a little bit here, but it's been a learning experience, and it's given me a lot of sympathy for other people that feel the same things. It's not. I've never considered it debilitating, other than the point where it was interfering with my job, it was interfering with my relationship, and with how I was treating my children, and things like that. And it was, it took a long time to work out sort of the machinations, and I'm still learning bits about it and learning how my brain works and how I get affected by things like my diet, doing exercise as well. All these things I've had to sort of like balance in my life. But on top of that, I have now, in my current job, I've taken a voluntary position as a well-being advisor. Some people, as part of my job, people can phone me up, and there's not my main job, but it's part, supplementary to it. They can phone me up and talk about mental health and talk about their well-being and things like that. So it was, it's been interesting. And my word, and we have just smashed some donation goals. My word, guys, you are so great.
Well, let me catch up on this then, and give you a break. You're still recovering from COVID, so
I am. Yes, I've just about shaken the cough. We got there.
That's the voice. From Plain Simple Garrick, he says, "Good luck." Cranky, who says, "Amazing work." A donation from Walt Koenig. One from No Name Namer, who says, "Cute free tribbles give Hoshi only evoke feelings, affection." Okay. Large one from Low Cost Monkey, who says, "What a brilliant cause and brilliant show. Thank you for all you do." Thank you, Monkey. And from Fleur8B, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but a large donation from them, so thank you very much.
So, one thing I need to do before you carry on, Auto, we infamously said we would collect any subs, any donations, any bits that came on through the show. We would put that all through into the charity. And you guys, just by subscribing, giving bits, have raised £176, 86 pence. So I'm now literally on the donation page now. I'm going to add that in right now to be donated. So thank you everyone that subscribed to the channel. This is what it's all come to, and I will just donate. I usually do this. Sorry, also, while I'm doing this, you go ahead. You start your one.
Well, yeah. So Idle and I, we're best of friends at this point, and we both have somewhat similar issues sometimes. And even then, I feel like we still don't talk about it maybe as much as we should.
Red alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm!
Thank you, Brian.
And we'll feel each other out, and how you're doing today, and this kind of thing. But even then, for great friends like us, it can be really difficult to talk about. I have something that I want to say, and I had to write it down because there's no way I was getting through it otherwise. So I'm going to block Idle's lovely face, or I'm going to lose it because, it's kind of personal. So, and it's going to be a little heavy. So if you want to come back in 7-8 minutes, I understand. But the topic of mental health is not something that we get to talk about really on our normal streams, and it is important to us. So I want to take a minute and speak to people like me who are dealing with anxiety or depression or loneliness, or maybe they've thought about taking their life. And I've been going through some hard times myself lately. This has been the most difficult period of my life, And there's been times when I'm alone in my house, and I know that if I stay alone with my thoughts, that something bad will happen. I have prepared the pills I would take. Sometimes I just sit there with the knife to my throat. And what stopped me is I would think about my connections. Sometimes I've had an appointment to watch a few episodes with my buddy Finn, Stars and Garters. And I told myself, just wait and do that with him. You agreed to do it, and then you can kill yourself afterwards. And I'm grateful because I have a friend like Finn, and I have friends like Alex, Captain Idol, and friends like Jared and Pete that I can reach out and talk to them when I need to. And I'm also glad that I found the courage to do that when I needed it. We lose almost 1 million people a year to suicide. And it can be really hard to feel a connection to a number with a bunch of zeros behind it. But I would have been one of those numbers if I didn't have people who were there for me who said, there's no shame. If you need a little help right now, it's okay to feel the way you're feeling. I'm here for you. So, believe me when I tell you that talking to someone, finding the courage to take that first step and reach out to them, even though I know it can be really hard. In my experience, it's the most important thing you can do to start dealing with this sort of thing. And maybe sometimes you tell yourself that they won't care, or that you're burdening them, or that you don't deserve to take away their time and attention. And I'm telling you, that's not true. And it doesn't mean that talking to them will fix things right away. It's taken me months to get to the point where I can get through a day without losing it. But I know that if those guys hadn't been there for me when I was at my lowest, that I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be able to greet you guys every Wednesday on our show with a big smile on my face. And it's not an act. It's because of my friends and my family that sometimes I'm still able to feel good and laugh and feel normal, even when the rest of my week doesn't feel that way. So what I want to say to you, if you're feeling similar, find someone or a couple someones that you can talk to. If it's your family, great. And if it's your friends, great. And if you don't have friends or family, well, that's why we're fundraising for a charity like mine, who can help you find someone to talk to, either professional, who knows how to get you the right help for you. They also have communities where you can talk to a group of people who understand what you're feeling because they felt the same way. I know it can feel like the biggest mountain in the world to take that first step. And sometimes you just want to stay buried under a pile of depressing thoughts, but that's not the right path. So if you feel a similar way, please just try to make a connection to someone. Do your best to summon the courage to find even one other person to talk to. And if that becomes 3 or 4 people, even better. We're not meant to operate alone. We're not meant to feel bad all the time. And this sort of thing starts to take its toll on you, and you don't have to live that way. If you're a person who doesn't have these struggles, please understand that it's as important to treat these issues as it is to set a broken bone or to treat a physical sickness. Today we're going to try and help provide support and care for people that probably have a little voice in their head that say they're not worth caring about. Let me bring this back around to Star Trek and see if I can hold it together. Let me talk to now all my fellow Trekkies. And it's going to be a little trite, but it means something to me. I hope it means something to you. When Worf was kicked out of the Klingon Club, his discommodation, he tried to shut everyone out. He told his parents, "I must bear my dishonor alone." And they told him that's not true. I'm sorry if this is too human of us, but when you're suffering, you must remember we're with you. We're proud of you and we love you. After we read your letter about what happened, we didn't understand it all, but we didn't have to. We know what kind of man you are. When Tuvok was suffering from a neurochemical imbalance driving him to mate, the good old shameful Pon farr, you know who helped him? Tom Paris, the same guy who irritated Tuvok weekly for trying to turn the Delta Flyer into a hot rod, the same guy who couldn't agree on how to write a story that conformed to the Vulcan dictates of poetics. They butted heads all the time, but Paris was still the guy who was there for Tuvok and helped him get over something that Tuvok thought he had to deal with alone. When B'Elanna learned that her Maquis friends had died, she went to a pretty dark place. She kept putting herself in dangerous situations, and she kept hurting herself. And when Chakotay confronted her, she said, "You don't understand. It's not just the pain. I don't feel anything, not about my friends or Tom or you or my job." And that's probably a sentiment that a lot of us have shared at one point or another. But She didn't pull out of her tailspin on her own. Chakotay was there for her. He told her, I can promise you the people on the ship aren't going to let you stop living your life or break your neck on the holodeck. You're going to have to find another way to deal with this, and we'll figure it out together. When our heroes on TV are struggling, they don't fix it by themselves. They don't fix it by ignoring the pain. And they overcome it by reaching out to a friend, or because a friend reaches out to them. Your issues and your feelings are important. And there are people who you can talk to. You know, maybe you're just feeling anxious about an exam or a job interview. Maybe something just didn't go the way that you were hoping to, and it's bumming you out. There's no problem so small that it's allowed to bring you down and make you feel bad or make you feel like you're on your own. So I just want to encourage people who are feeling that way, just take the first step of reaching out to someone. You know, you can even message me on Discord if you just want to talk. Making a connection with someone is what gets you started on the road back to being happy and feeling good, and everybody deserves that. So thank you to our chosen charity, Mind, for being one of those places to provide ways to help people feel better. I hope that today we can help other people feel better too. And I hope I don't lose another game of Pictionary to Nifty Mittens, because he's been rubbing my face in it the entire last week. So when he's on in about 8 minutes, it's game on, Nifty, and you're going down in Pictionary, buddy.
Well, he's already going to be very smug because he just won the SDO codes as well and the giveaway. So he's going to come on very smug. Congratulations to you. We'll have another giveaway. That was really emotional. Sorry, that was really stunning. Like, thanks for talking to us about it, and thanks for putting it in perspective. Like, there's some things there I didn't know. You know, although we're close, we talk, and like always, I knew things were going on, and we always try and talk to each other about things. And like, I think with a lot of people, it's you be as open as you want, but I think sometimes you need to take the step, trust someone, and maybe have that conversation, even if you don't feel like one of my best friends in the sort of the local world. You know, he was one of the first people I spoke to about, you know, what I was feeling, what I was going through, because like I knew he'd been through the same kind of thing because he'd opened up to me, and I thought, well, you know, it's not a weakness. It's don't ever anyone think of this as a weakness. It is part of you. Like, it is a part of your biology and how you are made. It's just how you have to deal with it and how you can approach it, and not let it stand in front of the struggles that you face. But yes, thank you everyone for the kind words.
Being able to reach out.
Yeah, sorry.
Being able to reach out is one of the most heroic things you can do. And once or twice I've had someone reach out to me and tell me that they're struggling. And I can only say I gained respect for them, because it's not easy, but it's something that you have to do to start your road back.
Yeah.
Let me catch up with donations before I lose it completely. $176.86 from Timeline Stocks. That is all the subs from the last several months from you guys. So thank you, everyone who's subscribed. From Vulcan Cat, who says, if I can move my screen around. Thank you, Timeline Stocks, for being there when I need a distraction from my struggles and for being such lovely people. Thank you, Vulcan Cat. From Pau and Nero and Bimbus, a donation from them. Thank you very much. From Sims, a donation, no comment. From Cranky, who says, I love you, Otto. Hey, now you've already donated, so give someone else a chance, you know. And we got the video from you, so thank you, Cranky. A big donation from Cold. This is a tremendous thing you're doing, and thank you for sharing. So thank you, guys.
And some very nice comments in chat, guys. Thank you very much for being there for us as well, because I think this has been a nice outlet for all of us as well. So, guys, everyone that comes to chat, you always make us so happy with your participation, even here on the Discord and the comments. It's much loved, and you guys are becoming fast friends of ours as well. I think when we're talking about Star Trek London and going there and things like that, I'm very excited to come and meet some of you guys as well. So we've just passed 1,000. We are shooting part this, and we're already halfway to. Yeah, we've shot past £1,000 so far.
Well, so. I tell you what, I have a pile of sweets on my desk that's related to the $2,000 donation goal. So if someone wants to donate 1,000 so I can dig into my sweets and we can do that goal right away, that would be great too. But no pressure, no pressure.
Okay, we're going to start the next giveaway, as we passed 1,000. I appreciate we've got still got Shatner. We've got an acting goal, legendary retrieval, and a Shatner reading to do. We'll get to those when we can. We're on a bit of a tight crunch at the moment because, I say, in about half an hour, 35 minutes, we've got Noah AK coming on to come do a chat with us. But I'm going to start the next giveaway for AK.
By the way, a gentle reminder, if you guys have a question for Noah AK, any amount $1, $100. Just when you donate, put your question for Noah, who played the Andorian Rin from Discovery. I rewatched all his episodes recently, and they were pretty good. If you have a question for him, just put that in the little donation area, and we'll read it out to him on stream.
Okay, I'm going to start the next giveaway now. This is for Endless Space 2, a PC game. So if you're interested, type giveaway now, enter, and you can win a code for that and for the next 15 minutes. Okay, but should we start the next bit, Auto? Should we get ahead on the Pictionary? Should we invite...
Well, actually, I'll tell you what, we have a... First, I have to find it. One of our goals is a blind legendary Polestar retrieval. So I'm looking for... I'm going to have to buy the Polestar, and then I can share my screen.
Nice.
So let me buy that
We'll
first.
do that and we'll go on. Nifty and Cranky, if you want to jump on call, I'll give you a ping in the thing as well. We'll do our... You can come on for Pictionary if you want to get in now.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that. No, it shouldn't take too long.
Cool. But yes, if anyone, if anyone wants to chat, if you're feeling a bit lonely, let me know. Or you're feeling like you need to talk to someone, I'm willing to talk to anyone. So, come on and let us know.
All right, are we set up on screen?
We are on screen. You are live.
Dude, if I get Vargas, I know someone at WRG is watching because. Okay,
We have another one of these to go as well. I've got
a
legendary.
lot immortalized and a lot empty. So.
Hey.
All right, let's pull the Band-Aid off.
All right, let's see.
Who can it be?
Come on.
Meritopol. Oh, I already have her done.
Oh, really?
Well.
Oh, no. Oh, bummer.
Maybe I'll keep the dupe in memory of today's stream.